We now have level 4 builders, which means we can now start upgrading all of our other builds to level 4 as well. So, let's get started then, shall we? Now, the only caveat to that plan is the fact that we don't yet have a good way to get Prismarine into the colony. So, any of these builds here which require Prismarine in order to be upgraded to level 4, we might need to sit out. But as for this medieval spruce alternative house here for Koa, I believe, this doesn't require any Prismarine for it, so we will set it for upgrade and just go around seeing what else we can start upgrading. It would be very handy if we could start upgrading the university here so we can start doing some more researches. Please don't have too much Prismarine. Yep, unfortunately the university here has a lot of Prismarine within it, alongside dead horn coral fans, which we just simply don't have any of those items within the colony yet, nor can I be bothered going to get it today, but I'm sure that we have plenty of other builds around the colony which won't require those items. The town hall doesn't look very upgraded to me actually. What level is this? Difficult to tell. I reckon this build here is probably only level 2 actually. Well, let's upgrade it anyway and we'll see what level it gets up to. The good thing with us being able to upgrade these houses here to level 4 is the fact that that will unlock an additional idiot into the colony for us. Oh, sea lanterns, that's a shame. We can't upgrade the Nordic house here yet, but we have plenty of other houses around the colony. Surely a few of them will allow us to upgrade them. And so long as the tavern here isn't going to require any Prismarine items, then I will be happy upgrading this to level 2, which is the equivalent of upgrading it to level 3, seeing as this build only has 3 upgrade levels to it. And we will check in on the restaurant here as well, which should have a new colonist within it, who should be the assistant cook, I believe. Yep, Nicholas, that's this idiot here. So they will be able to make the colony some more interesting food items if they ever come to ask for those type of things. As for the building materials here, I am not seeing any Prismarine, which is a good thing. Let's get that up to level 4 as well. I have seen on our map here that we do have an ocean monument stupidly close to the colony actually. Like, really stupidly close. So getting the Prismarine and sea lanterns won't be too difficult to get for the colony, but I have a stupid idea in mind of something that I would like to try with that, so I am holding off on it at least for the next little while, just until we do upgrade some other builds here, hopefully more of the combat related ones, but we will see. Well, the hospital is just simply a big fat no, although in saying that, this is a stupidly quick upgrade for it whenever we do get in some Prismarine. Just 2 more builds here within our civic district, which we have the courier's hut here. I think this is Lost City, yes it is, and it can be upgraded. That'll be good, the couriers will be a bit better at their jobs, if they were working in the first place. But then we have the big one, the warehouse here, and I do reckon that this is going to require a lot of Prismarine items. Surprisingly not a single block of it, so we'll get that upgraded here as well at some point, which should then fix the mess that our walls have made of the hut. Excellent, so that is all of the builds within the civic district that we can upgrade just now that don't require any Prismarine. That's a few on the list. We still have the industry district and agricultural one to go. We have a stupid amount of builds that we need to upgrade here. Speaking of builds, I've seen that Ellison is requesting a stupid amount of items within our open request list here for her build. I think these are all mainly stone based, or even sawmill based items actually. Right, let's quickly go teach those recipes and see what she's currently getting up to. I think that is the materials there, so we'll teach that to Nicole, and then I'll just take them off of the request list. Right, Alison, what are you doing at the moment then in order to get those materials? A guard's tower. Those are some strange materials for what I presume is a level 3 upgrade. What guard's tower is that you're working on? Something warped anyway, surely. I thought it might be this warped guard's tower here, which certainly isn't. What level is this? Level 2? Well, we need to upgrade that to level 3, then 4 here at some point. I think Ellison may be upgrading this guard's tower here. This is a Lost City themed one. I'm not entirely sure, but it's my best guess here, at least at the moment. It does seem to have had a few new blocks into it recently. I don't recognize any of these blocks here, certainly. Interesting. Nice little vantage point that it has here as well. Well, whatever the case, she can just get on with that then. I'm very happy just upgrading anything anywhere at all here today. Speaking of which, let's start upgrading some of these other builds, or at least checking if we can upgrade them, which the warped courier's hut here isn't one of them, nor the fortress styled one here either, which is rather unfortunate, seeing as the build otherwise is fairly simple to upgrade. What are we absolutely betting that the sandstone glassblower here is going to require a stupid amount of Prismarine? Really stupid amount of it, seeing as this is a very stupid build in itself. Well, you know what, actually? It really doesn't require that much Prismarine at all here. Unfortunately, it does require some sea lanterns, which are Prismarine items. But apart from that, I'm very surprised, especially with this build here. Sea lanterns do require Prismarine shards and crystals. I think we still have a few remaining, so depending on how many I can make up, maybe we could upgrade some of these builds here. We will see. But for now, we will just continue checking down a list of all of these other builds here and see what isn't going to require Prismarine. Then we'll get those type of builds upgraded. You're welcome, Brayley. Just to keep you guys in the loop and give you a little bit of insight as to how our quarries are turning out. This is our Space Wars one here, which is coming along not too badly, I must admit. We haven't had any cobblestone issues for a while, so these were definitely required for the colony. How is the other one coming along here? Already so much better. Then again, Lorena is a much more advanced miner for us, so I would expect her to be a lot better at her job. Good stuff then. Right, let's continue upgrading builds, which we have the Acacia Warehouse next. And it is surprisingly not too difficult of a build to upgrade here. The only problem that I seen was nearly 900 stone bricks for it. But we'll get there in the end with all of the cobblestone that we now are producing. And it will definitely be good getting the warehouses leveled up alongside our couriers here, just so that our overall delivery system will be a bit better prepared, or a bit more upgraded. And speaking of upgrades, we desperately need to upgrade the sawmills and stonemasons here. We need the recipe slots. I completely forgot about that. Bloody Prismarine brick stairs. So hopefully one of the sawmills and one of the stonemasons will play ball here and not require too much Prismarine within them. which the Overflow Space Wars themed sawmill certainly doesn't require any Prismarine, so we will definitely upgrade your build here, Oswin. May as well check in on the houses around here as well, see if there's anything that we can do with them. We can upgrade 3 of the 5 houses that we have set here, which is at least 3 new idiots into the colony eventually. I suppose it's always best to look at it that way. It is surprising to me just how many builds don't require any Prismarine to be upgraded to level 4 here actually. I assumed that pretty much all of them would in some way or form, but most of them don't. Not this build of course, that's purely just to show me up. But we are certainly getting quite a lot of them onto the list that we can upgrade here. Where are you off to guard? Oh, you know what? Just get on with it. And just in the distance there, you can see that ocean monument. That is how close that we are to it. But like I've said, I do have a stupid idea of something I would like to try before we go over to it. So I will hold off just until we do upgrade at least the combat builds here, which might give you a small inkling as to what I want to attempt. So here's hoping then that our combat related builds, such as the barracks here, can be upgraded to at least level 4 to make our guards a bit better at their jobs. Which at least the medieval oak alternative one here certainly can be upgraded. That's brilliant. Hopefully all of the barrack towers here as well will equally just be as simple. Yes, they certainly are. Not too many more builds around here to go then, or at least to check up on in order to upgrade. Please let's upgrade the miners here, which we certainly can. Good, so that will just help Lorena out a little bit, getting even more cobblestone out into the colony. The stonemason is definitely a build which I hope we can upgrade here. If nothing else, just for a few more recipe slots. That's a real shame that we just can't. But maybe the Incan style overflow one, maybe that will be our saviour here. Which it might be by the looks of it. No Prismarine in sight. Excellent. Although I am dreading looking at the list for this Acacia Crusher build here, seeing as that exposed frame was a pain in the arse to get last time. What other blocks will be a pain to get here? Another framed exposed copper block by the looks of it, but apart from that, nothing too tricky here. Okay, well, it's another build then for us. We will get these other builds, which we haven't even started here, up and constructed at some point. They are not too important, at least at the moment, that we need to get them up. Plus, I would just rather get the ones that we already have up to the level 4 mark here. Then we can worry about them. Speaking of level 4, thank you very much. Very, very simple little Incan style courier's hut. And this is the only problem with me removing the ladders here to the dark oak one. Unless I can touch the courier's hut there, which I can. Brilliant. Any Prismarine? Yep, well, that was a waste of time. And I think that is then it for the industry district, which is good. We got a lot of builds here able to be upgraded to level 4, which is nice. A lot of courier huts, which will only help the delivery system overall. I did request some Prismarine shards and crystals to be brought to us, which they have literally just done there. So we got a whopping 2 of them and 1 Prismarine crystal. That's not quite enough for anything at all, so excellent. That also was a complete waste of time. Let's quickly head over then to the agricultural district, where I know that Riley is currently not up to much here, so hopefully we will have a few builds which we can upgrade to the level 4 mark. That one was level 3 by the looks of it. But she sure has a mountain's worth of builds around this place to upgrade by herself. Maybe getting in another builder's hut soon won't be a bad call, but at least for now, we will just worry about these. The farms will be a good one to get up to level 4 here, purely because then they can start looking after yet another field. No builder close enough for this one. We'll get Riley doing that at some point. But I believe that the farm that we have here has these fields to the side, of course, but I think we are going to specialize purely with different type of products here, not just wheat. I think the stacks across the way, that's going to just be a stack of wheat that we grow over there. Wheat is such a used commodity within these colonies that you really do need to grow a lot of it. Speaking of growing, actually, I don't think we're really growing all that much here. Oh no, the stacked fields across the way as well. Carrots and potatoes in those. We will need to come out and establish some walls here at some point, just to separate the agricultural district from the civic one. Very similar to how we've done with our industry-styled walls. So that will be another fun wall episode just down the line, which I know that you're all super excited for. But that is then the last build around the outside of our agricultural district here, which we can upgrade to level 4, which there is a surprising amount of them that don't require Prismarine. Now into the actual cave system and see what we can do within here. Which again, I'm hoping that the barracks here is fairly simple for us to upgrade and allow it to start hosting even more guards within it. No Prismarine, that's a good start. As for the barrack tower upgrades here, they are just comically, stupidly pointless, but at least we will get them up in levels. Again, at another point down the line, we will need to come and start overtaking this area here and placing in some builds to expand out our agricultural district. Thank you very much for the upgrade to that guard tower there, Ellison. We still need to put down some more civic-esque builds within the agricultural district, such as a hospital and restaurant, but it's mainly the courier huts which we have an abundance of that we need to place down. Hopefully, depending on the styles of them, this room here will be able to host a few of them. Other than that, we are going to need to expand further down into this cave system, which will be fun if not deadly. Well, it's now time to come to these builds which I have augmented and see if they are able to be upgraded here to level 4, which the composter certainly can, so we will get that up in levels. These other monstrosities of builds, which I still aren't sure if they are correct inside here or not. We will see what they can do with them. We were pretty much able to upgrade all of the builds within the cave system there, just apart from one fortress-style courier's hut and one warehouse, which both did require Prismarine, which we will eventually get. I do think we have a stupid amount of builds around the colony, which we can now upgrade to level 4 without Prismarine. I will need to go check in the town hall to see exactly just how many of that we have. Which we can add this jungle-styled house onto that list as well as builds that we can upgrade. Yes, we certainly have just a few builds around the colony which we can now upgrade to the level 4 mark. Holy crap, I'm definitely just going to ignore that raid. Every time, just every single time I try to get things done around here, and we end up with some bloody raiders. At least it is only barbarians and not a pirate raid this time, but still bloody inconvenient. They are coming from the northeast, which is also conveniently the direction of the ocean monument, which we will soon storm. So hopefully there won't be too many of them, We will get them all slaughtered and then we can move on with things here. Ooh, actually, that's quite a few of them. We might be in for some bother. Although I suppose this is a good enough test for our guards here. Thank you for killing your friend, by the way, to see just how well they do combat-wise. That's it, Teresa. You snipe them from above. That's what I like to see. Not me, snipe them. There is a stupid amount of them here, actually. Holy crap. But at least we are taking them out not too badly. Right, Teresa, I believe in you. You've got 2 left. You can do it. And look, there's Brianna coming out to help you as well. 1 more raider to go, chaps. You don't really need to snipe him there. You could just easily take him out with a sword. Whatever the case, well done, chaps. Well, it certainly is quite pleasing seeing just the sheer amount of builds around here which don't require Prismarine in order for us to upgrade them to level 4. So I am very happy just taking our time with this and slowly starting to upgrade them all to that mark here. We do have a few requests from Koa and Ellison on the list, which are just simple stone mason recipes that we can teach. Well, not teach Nicole the recipe for them, seeing as her hut is full here and we can't even upgrade it thanks to Prismarine. But we have all the time in the world to be getting on with these upgrades here. We certainly are going to be busy for the next little while, I think.